Hi, this is Michael DeSalvo from Coconut Country Living, and I'm going to be talking here today about how sick can gluten really make you. So we first should start with the topic of what is gluten. First, gluten is what helps keep wheat, barley, and rye having their proper shape, which of course is nice. So who doesn't like to sink his teeth into a nice warm piece of bread, crusty on the surface and filled with some chewy, salty butter and tender doughiness in the middle? Yum. But on the other side of things, we have a lot of trouble when we deal with gluten itself. In fact, if you think about it, we're actually saturated with gluten in our society here in the USA. We have things like donuts and pizza and bread itself. The troubles come, though, that we don't really have the same sort of gluten as we had before. In fact, over time, the wheat has become more stubby, so it's been able to be cultivated more easily, and it's even become a bit more robust so that it can handle really any situation from its own genetic modification over time. So we've also increased our consumption not only of the genetically modified wheat because of our carb-based diet pushed on us by Big Ag and the USDA with their food pyramid with a bunch of carbs on the bottom, but they've actually spliced those viruses and bacteria into the food we're eating, even that wheat. Why? To make it Roundup ready. So we even have the glyphosates on top of that, which have been found out to be hormone disruptors as well. So what does all this mean? Well, first of all, it means we're all now prone to what's called leaky gut syndrome, regardless of how disposed we are to gluten itself. So in short, when the gluten, the glyphosate, and other inflammatory chemicals that damage our gut lining because of the reactive natures get into our systems, the good bacteria are killed off, so we get sick. In short, we can't filter the toxins in our body, and too much of the bad bacteria create more toxins than the body can handle. So this is why we get sick in a variety of ways. So the gut then becomes leaky, and the gluten protein, when it sneaks into the blood, creates an emergency reaction for the immune system. Now, since the gluten protein itself looks like our tissues, the immune system can get confused, attacking the body and causing autoimmune diseases instead of guarding the body from outside threats. This is how practically anyone can get very sick from gluten, whether you're gluten intolerant, gluten sensitive, or you're just a human being. How sick? Well, leaky gut has been linked with all sorts of diseases, from obesity to Parkinson's disease, to diabetes, to autism, to schizophrenia, even heart disease and cancer. So why so many diseases? Well, between the toxins creating a septic environment in the body and the blood-brain barrier, which causes its own problems, our health can decline very badly based on a wheat-based diet. So what is a person to do? Well, one thing we can do is actually a pretty simple fix. We're going to get into that based on the low-carb diet, which really can make you a happy person. So you won't have to worry yourself sick to your stomach about what you're eating, and instead you can enjoy life knowing you aren't making your body fight itself. So more on that later. But for now, I'll be signing off. This has been Michael DeSalvo. So remember, don't just cook, go cuckoo. And we'll catch you later.